Excellent. Hello,
Oh,
and we're rolling.
Without a clapperboard, I don't know whether we're
No,
doing it or
no, I'm
not.
not doing the clapperboard
Have we
today.
retired the clapperboard?
Only for this week.
Or we could just clap.
So, welcome back to Neil and Jan's reselling, or resellers, I should call it. It was actually yesterday we went to Shoreham flyover car boot sale.
I was going to say, don't ask me, it's tomorrow already. So
I know, we're
on.
exhausted, so we didn't actually do the show and tell. Now, actually, we've just been today, we've been to Poynings, and we did the filming there, and we've just done the show and tell for that. And
Which is why we're wearing the same clothes as we were.
Yes.
We didn't sleep in them.
No.
Well, actually, I might have.
The films will go out in order, but we actually filmed the show and tell today's first because all the stuff was here, and I put a lot of the stuff away upstairs, out the way for the show and tell for today. So I've just brought that down now. Bit confusing. Anyway, let's get on. Now I was really happy with the boot sale at Shoreham Flyover. I got something that I think's going to be quite good. It's been a brilliant weekend. The first thing I want to show you is some more rollerblades.
He's on a roll with rollerblades, that's for sure.
I am on a roll with rollerblades. Now there was this guy, it might be in the film, but there was this guy had rollerblades, and he had it was his son's. He had the full kit for roller hockey. So this, you can actually see that the
recommended retail price £160.
Yeah, and it looks like he's bought them for 136. So they should be quite good. Obviously they're used. But
so these are hockey boots,
proper
as opposed
roller
to street roller boots.
Yeah, these are proper kind of really good.
They actually do look
quality.
Very different, don't they?
I actually did manage to just about squeeze into them earlier. So I won't be keeping them. They are too small, but I just wanted to see. But you could, the feel of the quality of how well they're made. They're made really strong. Obviously, you know, these aren't for kids to put on and play about in. These are really strong, substantial. These would probably work for kids that want to do tricks and go and do street skating and actually do it really, want some really strong skates. They're really, really nice, really substantial. As you can see, it's just proper metal kind of, not saying that there isn't metal in it, but the quality of these is just brilliant. To have them boxed.
Concertinary bit on the back for is that's just hard plastic.
It's just hard plastic. No, it doesn't squish up. But so I did manage to squeeze into them, and they feel very supportive. Really, and that was without even. I mean, obviously, I'm half a size too big. So, but it was. They're just a really nice, and for them to come in, they've even got the
original box.
Even got the little tool
keys
that you need for it, whatever. It's in the original box. It's got the paperwork.
So is that just like an Allen key to change the to change
the
wheels?
To change the wheels.
Yeah.
Paid £5 for these. I was very, very happy with those. For £5, I'm hoping close to 70 quid. I'm hoping I can sell them for close. It might only be 40 quid. Even if it's 40 or 30 quid, I paid a £5. There's going to be profit in it. So really happy with those. She sat down really
nice. Sorry, I was just counting dogs out. And I've got one asleep on my foot. There's one walking there, one on the sofa and one on the floor down there. Okay, so now I know where
this is the other end of the scale. This is a cheap pair of rollerblades that still probably costs 15, 16 quid, 20 quid maybe, 22 quid.
What, to buy new?
To buy new. So
you can really get rollerblades for 15 or 20 quid? Are you sure?
They're probably 25 quid, maybe they're 30 quid.
I don't know, but I reckon they're probably sort of 45, 50 quid new.
They just feel
I've got
cheap.
no idea, I must admit.
Compared to those, they just feel cheap and tacky. But
well, they are cheap and tacky compared to those.
I don't think
you're going to pick them up for 15 quid.
No, I'm gonna try and sell them for probably about 20 quid. So they're probably about 30. They look as though they should light up when you're riding. I don't know if they do or not, but they look like they should. But it's the other end of the scale. But you know, I am selling these for they are selling for 20 odd quid. Yeah. So yeah, so that's reasonable. Should we move on to one of yours, Jen?
Well, first one of mine is actually in the washing machine at the moment. It was a Peppa Pig toy that I got for 50p.
50p?
And gave it to Echo. And she got it dirty, so I stuck it in with her bedding.
Excellent. So you can't make a little dog wait. You just can't do that. So that's the first bit. So let me move on to a pile of ones that I got. Now, this was yesterday, so trying to remember how much I paid for these. I think it was £8. There's one that's without a box, so I'm really just going to show you that. These apparently are internet telephones. So you got internet
and
phones.
Have you looked up what the difference is between an internet phone and a normal one?
Well, only that it plugs into the internet cable rather than the phone line, as far as I know.
So do you put it through your computer or through the router?
No, I think it actually goes like an Ethernet cable. In the back here, underneath, in the underneath bit there, just here, it's got Ethernet cable connections.
Right, yeah. Oh, right, yeah.
So one's for a computer, one's for Ethernet, one's for the network. Something like that. Anyway, so £8 for all of these, and so you've got that one. This is a little, looks like a wireless one.
That one looks exactly the same. This one looks, according to the picture,
yeah, you can see the picture on that one. And I think that one's pretty much, it might be bigger. So what's that one?
It's brand new. It's still got the
labels on.
Not label, the protective thing on the screen there. It's not got the phone attached, but is that the same as you've got there?
Yeah, I think so. I'll put it. Well, yeah. Yes, no, it's slightly different. That one is slightly different. But I seem to remember looking at some phones, and some of these phones can be £100 a time.
Wow.
So, I mean, it's, I think they're pretty good brands and stuff.
It says 3-line IP phone and display with PC port.
I've got to do a lot of research, but basically I saw them tucked under a table in boxes, and I said, how much for the phones? And he said, what? Just what, an individual one? I said, well, what's the price for the whole lot? And kind of, so she said, so originally she said, I think she might have said 10, and I think I said, would you take 8? Or she might have said 8, and I just said, yeah, I can't remember. But it was £8 for the whole lot. And basically, so there's 5 phones. I've got a feeling that there's a profit in that.
And at least 2 of them, if they're sold individually, come with a really nice box.
Really nice boxes, just send it out in. So, yeah, so I'm pretty happy with those. I think that's. I've got research to do, but it wouldn't surprise me if some of these are £100 a piece, and they could possibly sell for 50 quid each. I don't know. Obviously, we're always hoping for that kind of amount, but we'll just have to see how well I actually do on that one. Over to you, Jan. What's your next one?
Oh, my next one was again for Echo. This is a little unicorn toy. I have to make sure that they've got no glass eyes, no plastic noses, no internal bits, because it will get chewed. And bless her heart, we put them in her playpen for her, and then when the door of the playpens are open, she'll bring them out and give them to her brothers to play with, and then they get completely... Are you bringing one to show? They go from being a teddy into a raggy.
Into a raggy.
As you can see, this used to be an elephant. It's lost all of its stuff
eaten out. And that's what they kind of end up looking like.
And I think I paid 25 or 30p for that. I don't mind them doing it when it's 25 or 30p, but oh, that was Echo's one from a couple of weeks ago.
That was a couple of weeks ago.
Its head locked off.
Its head locked off. So, yes.
Yeah, so that was my next bit. As I say, I don't buy an awful lot for reselling because I've got so much stuff that I already own to resell.
Okay, so I've got a bag full of bits. So we've got, I like the red on this one. This is a nice little, so you've got a radio, I think you've got a radio there. Is there a radio on that?
No, I don't think.
No, this could just be a
display.
Just a disc player. No, you've got a tuner there.
Oh no, so there is a radio.
So there's a radio in there. Yeah, and it's got an aerial, so it'd be a radio.
A little handle on it.
Got a little disc player.
Handle, so it's portable.
I think that was £2. So
a nice little
I
one,
would
isn't
try
it?
and probably sell
and
that.
It's got a battery
port.
Nice and
Nice
clean.
and clean, yeah.
And looks like AA size, do you think?
No, it's bigger than that.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's,
well, anyway.
B size or C size, whatever. But anyway, no one's going to use the batteries when you've got a power supply.
Yeah.
But
it came with the power supply.
It came with the power supply. And it's a lovely red. I really like
nice
that.
Condition.
It's a lovely.
Make somebody a nice little Christmas.
I think that was
present,
like
actually.
£2, something like that, £2-3. I've got a feeling I will try and sell that. I might even put it up for like 20. I'll have a look, see how much they are, but
yeah. Because that's not a big named brand.
no,
is
it's
it?
not. So they might only cost 20, 25 quid, 30 quid, something like that. Going very much on that theme.
Logic again, not a.
There seem to be quite a few of these around. Now this is a more modern one because it actually has a USB drive
Connection,
input. Yeah. The aerial's there nicely.
Again, it's got a nice little handle.
Nice little handle.
Take it out.
Got the tuner. So
Again,
yeah,
it's got the battery section in the back. Again, lovely and clean. I don't think people have ever put batteries in either of these.
no, I don't think they have. I don't think people don't really into the whole battery thing on those at the moment. But yeah, it's another nice little one, worth picking up. Then I picked up a Technica.
Yeah, Technica.
Technica, a DVD player, and it has the remote control, so that's always good. I think this is about £2-3. I think more on the £2. Again, this one, the plastic's never been revealed, so that can be taken off and that'll look perfectly clean. Just a bit of a wipe round, so that should be good. And then moving on to the coffee machine. So I've had I did one of these. Hey,
it's a Krups one.
Krups one. Yeah. Yes, I had one of the. Did one of these.
Nescafe Dolce Gusto.
Had one of these a little while ago. I think I sold it for about £16.50, and I bought it for like £2. I like the red on it.
It's one of these that you use the pods for.
It is one that you use the pods for. Yep. Now, actually, on another stall. Actually, let me move this around first. Before they fall everywhere. Okay, on another stall we had this one. So this is actually the pods to go with it.
On a little pod
On
stand.
a little pod stand. So you have the...
So it goes the other way up. So.
Yeah. So they don't fall out.
So I don't know if you can see that.
Now I've just looked on eBay, and these actual kits, if they're full, they normally come with the different colour ones, but they're like 50 quid.
You can put them in both sides, so
yeah. So if it's got everything and it's got the different coloured ones, then they actually sell for 50 quid this stand.
Oh.
Okay. But this is one, the black is one certain flavour.
right.
So it's an espresso. And what I'm actually possibly thinking of doing, because I quite like coffee, I might clean all that up, test that it works, drinking all of these, and the stands by itself are selling for about £12 just for the stand. Just for the acrylic stand. So
although I did recommend that he takes a photo with it loaded.
With it loaded,
before
yes.
he drinks them.
Yes.
Or at least saves the little pods to put back in and pretend.
Yeah.
Here's one I drank earlier.
But yes, so the fact that, I mean, I think these pods, for 50 pods, they're like 25 quid for 50 pods. And they're, the fact that the stands are selling for £10-12, and I bought that whole.
This is what they used to use Perspex for before COVID, isn't it?
Before COVID. Don't get onto that. We'll get a channel ban. But yeah, I paid £1 for that, so I figured that's got to be worth it. Bargain. And at the very least, I get some coffee. So that's.
Little pods are falling out.
And it's got all the case and whatever. I'll just stick it all back in the bag for a minute. But yeah, so that's not bad. I'm quite pleased with that one.
Yeah, very well done with that.
Have you got some more stuff, Jen?
This is something that everything in the box was 50p or something, and I got this for me. Now this is just note paper and envelopes. Now when I was a girl growing up,
You used to write to people.
well, I was going to say this would be part of your standard Christmas presents. You would always have an auntie or your nan or somebody would always send you some nice stationery so you could write to them and
say thank you for the nice stationery. Yeah.
But I miss having some nice notelets and things.
Yeah.
Where's one of your pods?
Oh, need a pod.
So I thought, well, you don't even see them so much in the shop anymore, do you?
No, I mean, I wouldn't even know where to go and what shop would you go and buy that from?
I don't know.
Maybe WH. No, I don't know.
You would have got them in Woolworths or somewhere.
Yeah.
Boots at a push.
Or WH Smiths, maybe.
Or Smiths.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no idea where you'd go if you wanted to. Nowadays, if you wanted to buy anything, you go online, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I got them for me, so 50p or whatever it was. So I've got some because I was running out of.
I've got a couple more bits here because your last piece I want to be the last one.
Oh.
So
I've got the grand finale.
You've got the grand finale today. So this is supposed to be a lava lamp.
It's not supposed to be.
Well,
it is a lava lamp.
It's a lava lamp. I have I've never had a lava lamp, and
Can you reach the plug from there?
Yeah,
plug
it doesn't.
And then we'll turn it on together and see if it works.
Well, yeah. I'm saying that I have actually plugged it in.
Oh, you have? Does it?
Well, it does turn on.
Oh, do you have to wait for it to warm up or something?
Well, see, I've never had one.
Is that a little crack in it?
No, I don't think it is. I think that's. See, I apparently this comes off, and this is a bottle of stuff.
Yeah.
And then you have a lamp.
And you've got the light underneath. So because the bubbles go up and down, I assume that if you put that on, as the heat from the bulb warms it,
I imagine that warms up.
I would imagine that then starts doing whatever
but it looks like it starts as a solid. So I don't know how long that actually has to warm up for.
Oh, that's because you turned it upside down. It's like a snow globe now.
Yeah.
It's just doing.
And it has a little mark about there. I don't know if you can see it. It looks a little bit like a crack, but I don't think it is. I think it's to do with the. Doesn't feel like any kind of crack.
Well, why not just leave it on and put it to
We'll
one
leave
side
that
and
on
see if
and
it bubbles up
actually...
while we're doing the video?
Yeah, that would be good.
And if it does start to, then we can
Then we
bring
can
it
show
back
it.
into Shoreham.
And I have no
and show
idea.
you.
I have no idea how much lava lamps cost, but I think it was £1, and it was like.
I just remember when my son came in years ago and said he's had a tattoo, and I said, "Oh, what have you had done?" And he said abstract, and it just made me think of lava lamps. I was thinking of these big globby
Well,
things.
I have watched.
He actually meant tribal.
I have watched lava lamps before. I do like lava lamps. I do quite. Why it's taken me this thing again? All you got to do is turn it round and look for it to look the other way, haven't you?
I mean, that looks like the lava's just all settled at the bottom.
It does, doesn't it?
Hello, Jess.
So anyway, a lava lamp for £1. I've got a feeling that brand new they might be 20 odd quid.
I've no idea.
So I'm thinking that it might kind of be, might get 7 or 8 quid for it. I don't know. We'll see. Or I might just leave it in my room. Who knows? But if it takes an hour, it might take an hour to warm up. I have no idea how long.
I mean, there are things kind of moving and floating up, but they're little sort of specks.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we've got no idea how old this is. Perhaps it's all.
Perhaps the stuff at the bottom's all kind of gone off or something. Maybe it's just done itself. We'll see. Anyway,
It's pretty colour though.
I've got a couple of other bits here that I've picked up. I know you've still got a couple. We'll do these, and then I'll do my last one, and then you can do your bags, and then your last thing, which I think is brilliant.
Yep, okay.
If you're thinking about just popping away and doing something else with it, hold on, because Jan's last thing I think is going to be really, really good.
I don't know yet. I haven't even taken it out and looked at it.
But we're going to have a look. So wait for this last bit. So there was this box, but it was open when I saw it. And I have no idea what these are worth, but I thought these are cufflinks. Now oh no, I've got enough. I'm really, really sorry. I thought I'd going through all of my stuff over there, but I had a really good car boot sale. I've got another 3 boxes down there to show people.
What, from today or yesterday? Or
yesterday, it's part of this show and tell.
Oh right. Okay.
So anyway,
wants to go out.
so I'm going to let Chester out. Jan's going to mention about these cufflinks that are probably not worth a thing.
They're pretty cheap and tacky. You know, you can feel by the weight of them. They've just got no quality to them.
I've never bought cufflinks. I really don't know. You know, I really didn't know.
Probably all came in a big multi-set of a couple of tie clips to go with it.
Yeah.
Oh, and
This looks like a sword, but with a bit. Is it broken? Or is it supposed to be like that?
It's still a tie clip, so don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it's supposed to look like your tie's cutting through your sword's cutting through your tie.
Yeah.
You've got a tie.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But
Anyway, I bought some tack, and we'll see if it's
the box is worth more than the content.
Possibly the box worth more. But I'm going to I haven't realised how much more I've got. So
that's what reselling's all about, isn't it? Sometimes you pick things up.
Bought
and think
another
it's
nice
all right,
little tom-tom.
and it turns out to be not.
It's got the remote. It's got the cable. It's got the bayonet. So that's good. Bought a Nikon charger with a battery. And that was like £1, so I've just got to find out what that's for and hopefully sell the charger. But that could be worth £10 in itself, just a battery and a charger. That's cool.
Or you might find a little Nikon camera one day that needs it.
Well, I've just got a little Casio camera there. Well, I've just noticed that the shutter isn't closing all the way. So I'm going to do a little work on that, see if that'll...
Get that working again though.
That's a nice little camera.
Nice little case it's come in.
Nice little case. So there's some bits. Now, I've got a box in the is the next one. Paid £5 for this one. And in here is a food preserver.
Vacuum sealer.
A vacuum sealer.
Food saver.
So now I've got a feeling that these can be quite expensive. Some of these.
Yeah, if it's the Food Saver brand, which is what I've got already, it's a slightly smaller one than mine. But
so you've got
it's a good brand.
You've got the vacuum bit, and you put it into food. So it is the Food Saver brand. So they can be up to £100 or even over £100. I bought it for
well,
£5.
I'm pretty sure I paid over 100 for mine, and I love it.
I bought it for £5.
Oh look, there's the price right there,
yeah.
£5.
And then you've got more bags and stuff in there.
I did see it before you bought it, and I thought about getting it myself just for the bags in it.
Well, that's what I thought.
On their own.
Even if it doesn't work, I thought, well, at least we've got the bags to go with ours. I thought. So that's that little pile. That's pretty good. And then I've forgotten what's in these because it was yesterday, not today's.
Yeah, mine. You got the lamp.
Mine, the lava lamp.
Smashing it.
So this guy had Skylander for the Wii and had 2 different ones. And let's pop that on there. And then so he had the bits that they sit on, the portal that the characters sit on. And then today I actually picked up 4 of the characters to go with these. So that's for both games. And I'm going to sell that. I'll put some of the characters on it. So that's pretty good. I picked them up. I think that was about £2 each for the game and the portals. And then picked up another Canon. This is a what do you call it? It's a film camera. It's the film camera. So you got.
So in 2 days you picked up
A digital
2
one.
pretty much the same model,
yeah.
But one's digital, one's film.
One's digital, one's film. So that's pretty good, I think.
And that one's got no lens with it.
That one hasn't got a lens with
all
it.
All Canon lenses of the old EOS cameras are interchangeable. Unfortunately, because I've got a load of lenses with my old EOS cameras,
yeah.
They don't work with the new.
No.
What do you call it?
What's
it called that I've got?
What
the word's completely gone. Sorry,
the new
it's
model
late
camera
on time.
you've got?
Yeah, my vlogging camera that's a Canon Jet.
Oh.
But it's got the interchangeable lenses.
It's got the interchangeable lens, but they're much smaller lenses. No. Rex, come
lenses.
out of his kennel.
What are you doing in there?
Come on, out.
Hey, gone to jail?
Oh, hang on, let me sort out my idiot dog.
He's gone in the puppy's playpen and now doesn't want to get out.
Right. Okay. So then also picked up a nice little set of walkie-talkies, and they've got a nice docking station, and these were £2. So only the other day we picked up the set that we're using, which you paid £10 for.
All the ones we didn't use today because we forgot to take them.
Maybe we'd have two pairs, one in the car, one not.
Well, do you know what? That's not such a bad idea to charge up a set and then throw them in the car and then, well, take 2 sets at a time so we've always got a set.
So that was cool.
I still prefer our original walkie-talkie.
No, I do. The old multi-radio ones were nice.
They were nice, and they were just so, the push-to-talk button was just so...
So then picked up this film camera. So it's quite a nice little old film camera. That would have been a couple of quid. That's got batteries in it.
Yeah. Obviously rechargeable. It's in a docking station.
Binoculars.
Brand?
I don't know. Can't actually see the brand. The brand has worn off. But oh no, actually the brand's on the side there. They're very clear. Practica ones. So that's okay. They should probably sell for 12, 13 quid. Something quite good. So they're good. Let's move on to the next box. So as you can see, guys, I did quite well in the amount of stuff that I picked up yesterday, and today was pretty much just as good. Okay.
Oh, that's a big thing.
We now enter into the. Oh, sorry. So we've got another little radio. Well, I say little radio, it's a bigger radio, which is quite nice.
Quite a meaty one, isn't it?
It is.
It's Matsui. That was Curry's own brand, if I remember correctly.
Yes, it was, wasn't it? But I think they must have been 20, 29 quid, something like that. I would expect maybe 15 quid on that.
Camera battery section nice and clean.
Yep. Although you want to
just trying to put it back on.
put it back on, yeah. Right, okay, let's fly through some of these because.
And you've got a nice the tip on the aerial still there. That's always good to see. Yeah.
Right, let's fly through some of these.
Is that a recorder? Is that a tape recorder? That's a cassette recorder, isn't it?
Cassette recorder.
Well, I just noticed all the knobs on the top. That's to.
Yeah.
So it's a radio cassette recorder.
Right, radio cassette recorder. Yeah. Right, anyway, let's fly through some of this because I've got a lot of this stuff. So you've got an Olympus Trip.
Old film one.
Old film one. We've then got another. This is another Kodak Easy Share, which came in a nice little Kodak pouch. So that's quite good. We've then got another pair of binoculars. This is a nice little Sonagore. Never heard of them.
No.
But yeah, that's a nice little one in a nice little pouch. They're quite good. What's this one? More binoculars. Jupiters.
Yeah, Jupiter.
They've actually got a cap by the looks of it. Yeah, they've got a cap on them. So you got another nice little set. Then going into what's this one?
Olympus, is that?
That's an Olympus. I think that's the one that you picked up. That I was.
Oh yeah, you were buying roller boots and
yeah.
I found a couple of cameras on the same stall, didn't I?
You did.
Yeah. Olympus Camida. I think you've had one of these before.
Yeah.
It's a little digital one. It's got the tiny little lens screen on the back there.
I've also got another little. This is a Patrica one. This is an 8 megapixel.
3.2 megapixel.
Yeah. I'll see. I think.
Is that your Olympus?
Yeah, it's Olympus case. So you got a little 8 megapixel one there.
Actually, this is a Fujifilm case. You might want to swap it over for a Fujifilm camera because that camera's too big.
Okay. Got a nice little tom-tom. It's got the mount, and it's got a charge cable in there, and that all came in a nice little case. Next we have, what have we got this one?
Is that a Minolta or something?
That's a Canon.
Oh, Canon. Is that a Sure Shot?
Sure Shot, yep. Nice little film Canon Sure Shot in a nice little case.
With instructions.
With the instructions as well, so that's...
And that case is in nice condition, because when you get halfway decent cameras at the case, although that's not actually a Canon case, that's one that somebody put it in, but it's a nice
I've got
case.
an Olympus here.
Right.
With a Fujifilm. Was that a Fujifilm? They've swapped round. That probably goes in there.
That's Fuji.
That probably goes in there, and that one probably goes in there.
No. Well, it might do. Yeah, no,
it does.
It did. It fitted.
Yeah, so they've been swapped round.
They were the two from the roller boots lady then, weren't they? And you paid £1 each for those, didn't
£1
you?
each, which was good. Another little camera. What's that one?
Helena. It's quite a cheap brand, I think.
Yeah. But they still, you know, they still sell. Oh, and it's actually got a lens cap. So that's nice. Got a little lens cap. And then another little cheap one. That's a real cheap one. But
what's that?
They still sell.
Practica again.
And I also got another pair of Teva sandals. Now, Teva, I know, are an expensive brand. They're actually a brand to do with canoeing. And as a canoeist, I was aware of that. But the actual tread on that's still really good. Just needs a wash, really. Just needs a good wash and clean up. And I think I paid £2 or £3 for them, and I would expect to hopefully get at least 15 quid back on those. So that's pretty good. So as you can see, loads of cameras yesterday. And just doing a little check back on the lava lamp. Hasn't really warmed up yet, so I don't know how long that takes to warm up.
Yeah, you might hear Reckless singing behind me. He's playing with the puppy, and that's the noise he makes when he's playing.
Yes. And then
a bit like whale song, isn't it?
It is a bit like a whale, isn't he? And then I picked up this one. You're aware that I picked up the suitcase full of jewellery the other day? Well, this is, well, that's the bag. This was £6, and there's just loads and loads of jewellery. There's jewellery boxes in there. There's just loads and loads of jewellery. I'm not really going to open it out, but it's just absolutely full of jewellery. That's
all costume jewellery.
Yeah.
It's not.
No, it won't be
anything of any real value to it.
But you know, if I'm paying £6 there, there's probably 100 pieces in there. If I could sell them for £3 or £4 a piece, I'm gonna be doing well out of it. Will you two pack it in? We're filming, please. Thank you.
I think that's your dog, not the puppy.
Yes, I'm saying both of them. So anyway, so that is my. Finally, that's... Sorry guys, it was such a good boot sale.
When Reckless wants another dog to play with him, he'll get a toy and make that noise and then start hitting them with the toy until they grab hold of the other end of whatever it is.
Okay, so that was all my bits. I say it was a lot of stuff. It was a really, really good boot sale. So Jan, please continue with your...
Well, I have got a bag here which when I first saw it I was a bit tired and not really on the ball. Looked like Kath Kidson to me. And the lady just said £2. Had a look in my purse, didn't have any change, so I said, oh, you know, I'll have to leave it, and walked away. And then 15 minutes later, she came running after me and she said, "Oh, I've got change." She didn't tell me it was all in 10p's. And then it turns out to not be a Cath Kidston after all. So just a tiny bit cheated on that. But it's actually an all right bag. But it's not
so you
something
paid
I could
£2
really
for
resell. It. Well, I suppose I could resell it, but it's not a great thing.
But
anyway, that's that one. But then on another store, I saw this again. Looked like Cath Kidston, and this time it actually is.
Let's get a close up of that. Yeah.
But it's not a handbag. This is actually a baby's changing bag, and it comes with a changing mat. And the lady said it had never been used.
It looks like it does look
pretty new, and it's got pockets on the side for bottles and things, and a pocket at the back for whatever. Nice changing bag.
Yeah.
Paid £5 for it. I think that should probably sell for around about 30.
Right.
That was my next thing. That was Nintendo DS bag.
Putting all your games and
so it opens up for all the games going, and didn't have a DS with it. It's just a bag.
Now I do have a DS with games that doesn't have a lovely bag for it to go in.
Tiny little bit of the stitching's coming off. That needs trimming up quickly before it. But
so how much did you buy that one for?
I've got to think now. It was 50p or £1. I think it was 50p.
See, now
I think.
I might have to buy that from you.
Quid?
Do you quid?
2.
2? 2? Come on, shake on it, shake on it.
2 and a cup of tea.
2 and a cup of tea. Oh, it's going up there.
Or at least 2 cups of tea.
Next 2 cups of tea.
Right, so that's a Nintendo DS bag. And then just got my final thing.
Your final thing, which I think is...
neither of us have seen yet because I haven't opened it up.
It has the possibility to be really, really good for us. And...
yeah, because it had a sign on it saying £8. And I wanted to get it for slightly less. So I didn't want to start opening it up and realising if it's really good, how good it was. So I got it for £5, and it's a portable photography studio.
And this is something we've actually been thinking about and wanting to actually get hold of, but just haven't got round to getting one.
So you'll have to help me out. That's some sort of stand for...
It's going to take a bit of assembling, so we're not really going to assemble it. We're not going to assemble it all.
It's got
a light.
Light.
Excellent.
And it's got...
the other light.
The other light.
Now,
so it's got the 2 lights, and then that undoes, and it's got the I don't know if this actually still remains.
It should be Velcro, I would imagine. So
I think it stays actually on the thing that it's on.
Yes, stays on.
I don't know if you can see this. I'm trying to do it with one hand.
Right, hang on. Let's move the camera.
Over.
So, you've actually got this...
yeah, that Velcros together.
That Velcros together. And then you've got a...
and then it's got another white piece there.
Area.
I assume goes across the top.
No, that can be for the... So it goes on the top, and that probably goes to the bottom, so that you get a sloping effect.
Oh right, yeah, I've seen.
So it could be a sloping effect.
Different colour.
You've got different colour backgrounds and stuff like that.
Because I thought these boxes normally have a thing across the top, so that.
Yeah, I think they're probably. I mean, you have to have a look at it. But it's.
So I don't know. I haven't seen a.
We'll have to put it together properly and see if there's some instructions for it. But it's a
portable photography
studio for shooting little bits, and
for taking photos for eBay.
It would be absolutely ideal for putting something like this hand that I got. So you have the hand, and then you have the lights to shine it up, and then you've got your nice backgrounds, and you can put your jewellery over it and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that's going to be really good, Joe.
I think for £5 I did quite well on that.
Absolutely.
I'm not sure which way around this. Oh, that folds in like that and goes down, and then that one goes that way. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that.
Yeah,
these bits got to go inside.
I'd say that's really good.
Because up till now I've been using a piece of cardboard.
Yeah.
That it's a display one from Hobbycraft.
Yep.
That is quite tall, and it's got a white inside, and the sides just open out. I mean, it's done a good job so far.
I think I'm using the app on my iPad, which was recommended. I think it's Photo Room, I think it's called.
Oh, the one that Paul told you about.
That Paul told us about, and I've been using that, and I'm really liking that. It automatically deletes your background, but it's really nice to have a little area for doing your photos sometimes, especially with the lighting already set up and whatever. That's going to be really, really good. Yeah, so
we'll have to show you one day when we've
got it all
worked
set
out
up.
how it all goes together.
Hopefully that'll be really good. But I think you did really well finding that. I must have walked past it. I must admit, I'm going at. On some of these, I kind of go at a speed the first time round because and then the second time round go at a slower speed. Otherwise, I do kind of worry a little bit about is somebody else going to grab something amazing before I do.
But the other thing was, this was in like a flat black thing with a written note on top saying, "Hey, you don't read things like that, do you?
No.
You're all for opening the boxes and seeing what's inside, whereas I'll go around and read what it says."
Where we compliment each other on what we do. So I think that's really good. Really pleased with that.
Yes, that's a nice little addition to or rather my kit.
To your kit, yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so I think that's us done for. So that was the show and tell for
Shoreham
Flyover.
Flyover.
That was
on Sunday, the whatever it was at the end of August.
Yeah, so that was the show and tell for Sunday. What was the date again?
29.
So, anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that show and tell for Shoreham Flyover. We think it was.
Hope you had a good boot sale weekend this weekend yourself.
Yeah, as a bank holiday weekend, I thought that was a thoroughly good weekend for boot
it should have been a 3 boot sale weekend, but we missed our Saturday boot sale because it was Echo's
puppy play party thing,
where she goes off and.
So yes, I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. Smash that bell for more notifications, so that you know when our next films are coming up. And yeah, I think.
And if you can see her here, she's now tall enough that she can actually
she can get to the table.
Stand up.
And anyway, so we'll catch you guys on the next one.
And we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye. Bye.